For me, what makes someone worth following, as I mentioned previously, is not only the skills, the will, but just how could I say that? The goodness in their heart, knowing that they want the best for you and they're here to make you improve. I think I was really lucky with the managers we had this year. Anne Marie, Patrick, and Skylar did a great job taking the time pre-season to make sure that we're performing at our max, but also pushing us. Take extra time for knocking, extra correlations, time shadowing really helped us a lot, improving not only me, but also a bunch of the rookies. Took time with them, really made us push ourselves and exceeds ourselves. Obviously, just leading from the front, as I mentioned earlier, seeing Anne-Marie and Patrick going for Golden Door this year definitely made us all push as hard as possible and just removing all those limiting beliefs. Main reason why I want to lead is to improve myself. By teaching others, that's how you really learn the craft, really learn the skills, but also you do have the motivation to prove yourself not only to your rookies, but show them what's possible, limiting those beliefs. Also, same reason, like when I was teaching karate to younger kids, when they're going to competition, winning medals, it felt so nice. So celebrating these wins feel really nice to me. Not only for my wins, but also the wins of my future rookies. I think that's something that I'll really enjoy, and I just want to keep on chasing that feeling, getting bettering myself, but helping people as much as possible, discovering other opportunity as well. Some of my friends, some of younger kids from Cégep or university, I'm sure I'll be able to make them reach new goals. One leader in the history that I really taught did an amazing job was Sir Ernest Shackleton. If you're not familiar with him, he's an English explorer. In 1914, he actually led the Endurance expedition to Antarctica. Okay, the goal was to cross the entire Antarctica because it was never been done. So he took a crew of 28 people. In 1915, he finally got in Antarctica. However, the boat got fully stuck between icebergs. They stayed there for a couple of months. Morale was low, but he kept being there with them, having them play outside. They played soccer, they played charades, anything, just keeping the morales low. Eventually, a couple months later, they were stuck. The boat actually sank. It got crushed by all the ice getting together, and then they were stuck on the ice. They only had a couple of food, a couple of those lifeboat, and a few of those sled dogs that were with them. What they ended up doing is actually going to another island. Took about another 2 months on the ice caps where they were stuck. They actually ended up in Elephant Island, where there was an old station over there. They spent multiple months over there. For another 6, they got stuck there. Morale was at absolute low, but Shackleton was always focused on the future. They shared a purpose together of getting out alive. Eventually, after the sea cleared out a bit, they were stuck over there, didn't have any boat, didn't have any food. What they did, actually Shackleton and 5 other men, they took a small safety boat. They actually crossed to New Georgia, which is 800-kilometer navigation in the ocean. They did it all themselves. Took about 2 weeks, super dangerous trip, but they were actually able to get to a whaling station, talk with other folks, and plan the rescue. That might seem silly, but they've been there for 2 years on the ice caps, hunting seals, hunting penguins, and everything. Eventually, they were able to come back to Elephant Island, grab all the folks, and go back to England. What's crazy with this story, I think the leadership there was just excellent. Obviously, when you're a leader, especially in this job, you got to cultivate optimism. You can't show your rep that you're bummed out or getting destroyed or you're tired of doing this job. Same thing with Shackleton that he did. The situation was dire. It's not even close to what we're living on the doors. But keeping that optimism, leading from the front, so getting on the boat, doing the hard tasks, doing the crossing to save all the crew, and just sharing a shared purpose of like surviving, pushing through the tough time. That's what really made the team survive. Nobody died in those 2 years in the freezing ice caps, which is absolutely crazy. Because I'm sure like everybody would die in these day and age, but with such a mentality, such a will to live, and also such perfect leadership. So by again like keeping the morale high, leading from the front, and just sharing it, having the same purpose all together. That's what really helped them out survive, and that's really inspiring for me. Not only like I'm a big adventurer myself, so it is nice to see. It's a fun story. It's just super impressive, but it is a remarkable story about leadership as well. Obviously, like the three managers we had really inspired me to push in a leadership position. However, I was always in all my previous job a leader. I've been a ski guide, hiking guide. I've been sailing instructor, karate coach when I was younger. So leading people was always something I had in mind, and I really enjoyed. Why I want to push this opportunity with Vantage is just seeing the growth and giving opportunities that I was given to other younger people, giving them the skills, showing them that hey, it's possible to make a decent living by knocking doors without having to go to school. And I think becoming the best salesman as well. It's something that you don't learn in school. Obviously, just like going to the gym, you gotta hit them reps. Knocking doors is the best way possible to become a good salesman, in my opinion, and I want to give it back to other younger folks. Hey there. Here's my application to the leadership program for the 2026 summer. First of all, I'm just going to talk about what being a leader means to me. Obviously, being a leader, someone who leads, quite obviously, but having a vision for what you want people to achieve, giving them the tool to succeed, especially in this industry. It is important to be coaching them, mentoring them, but also leading from the front. So doing the job that they're doing, going through those hardship with them, still performing, showing them what's possible, just removing those limiting beliefs. I think what is great in this industry, you need to have role models. Being able to give your time to not only understand how they're feeling, but to improve their pitch, have them shadow you, check how they pitch. All of it being really generous, because obviously they're not working for you, you're rookies, you're working for them. The best way to lead is from the front, and being understanding of all of them. Obviously, sometimes you'll have to make those hard calls. If someone is underperforming, making the right decision for them to send them back home. But at the same time, knowing where the fine line is. Do you have to send them home? Should they stay? If they're making money or not? Finding ways for them to improve in that sense.